And you talked about what miles you've been putting on, over leading up into the start of the season. Tell everybody about that. It was kind of cool.
Oh yeah, well I don't know. I mean, everybody has a hobby, right? My hobby's online sim racing, and John Henry, who owns the Red Sox, started up a company called iRacing.com. So everybody's asking me what I've been doing. I've probably drove about 8,000 laps since December 1st. So I got the rust clearly knocked off for Daytona, but. We went hunting that one trip, but I've just been sitting at home hanging out.
Middle of the night, sim racing, is that what you do?
Yeah, my hours were pretty screwy, but I got right a couple days before this just so I could make sure I was doing the wake on while we were here, because normally I'm staying up all night, sleeping all day. But that works out too if you're going out on the weekends.
Hey Jason, that song of yours, I Can Sleep When I'm Dead, that has a sort of a driving story behind it, doesn't it? About driving long hours?
Yeah, usually, I was telling a story about how I always try, as a local band back home in North Carolina, we toured through Carolina, Virginia, Georgia, and I remember, telling the story about how I always try to get back home and see my babies as often as I could. And part of that meant, driving down to Charleston, South Carolina, doing a gig that night, packing up, getting in the car at 2 a.m., driving back to Raleigh, North Carolina, getting 1 hour sleep, and then going to pick my babies up for my Sunday with them. As a divorced father, that was my time, and that was the time that I had. Nobody could take it away from me. And so, trying to make the most of it, I was telling the story to some writers here in town, and they said, "Man, when do you sleep?" And I said something I grew up on a tobacco farm here in all my life, and I just spit it out, and had no idea we were going to write it that day. I said, "Man, I can sleep when I'm dead." And that's when we came up with the song. So thank you guys for listening to it.
I'm told we got about 5 minutes left in this session.